Welcome back. This is your host, Noura Almasri, and this is Echoes of Impact with Noura. And we're still covering how to actually and when to purchase a home. We want to cover a very important part of this is actually protecting your assets. This is this is a very important component, of course, because you want to make sure you protect your asset, and the bank that lending you money, they want to also make sure you are protecting that asset. So in order to cover that more and go in depth on insurance, I am going to be talking to my friend Annie Kinsley. She is an insurance agent, and she's going to actually cover more on that because she is the expert. She knows more, and I want you to hear directly from her. Help me welcome my friend Annie Kinsley. Annie, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Nora. It's a pleasure. So, very quick about myself. I'm a State Farm agent. I've been in the industry 20 years. I've been representing State Farm for over 10 years. And one of the things that is very important for me and my agency is to make sure that our customers are well educated on the process of buying a home, when they purchase a home, how it needs to be insured. Very important factors that we're going to talk about today is one, on how to protect the actual structure of the home, whether it be a single family, a townhome, or a condo. We're also going to talk about the importance of liability on your home. So that way, if somebody were to sue you that they're injured on your premises, how important that is to make sure you have enough liability coverage.
Awesome. So how long have you been doing insurance?
Oh, I've been doing insurance for 20 years now, Nora. It's not new
So
to this
you
at all. Seen it all.
so you guys gotta listen to Annie and what's her wisdom's gonna share with us today. So what's the difference between, like you said, the structure, like if it's a condo or a home, a house? So how is that difference when you are shopping for
Sure.
insurance?
Well, basically, if you're purchasing a single family home, then the house needs to be insured, the outside and the inside. Therefore, if there's hail damage, fire, tornado, the house will be rebuilt from the ground up. Okay. Now, if you own a condo, it's a little bit different because condo insurance is the walls in of the property. So that means the structure of the building that you live in, usually the association insures the exterior, like the wall, exterior walls and roof, right? But you're just going to cover the inside walls of your condo, your carpeting, your kitchen, your wall to wall bedrooms that you have in there. All of that is covered by your insurance company, as well as the liability piece that we'll talk about in a little bit. Now, if you own a townhome, some townhome complexes will insure the property like a condo, where you're just responsible for the walls in, which is the interior, and the association would do the exterior, such as siding and roofing. Sometimes the association at a townhome will say to you, no, you would need to insure it on the outside as well as the inside, which would be covered like a resident single family home. Those are the differences between the three. Now, if you have not purchased a home and you're still renting, it's important to get something called renter's insurance, which protects your personal property, because your landlord will not be concerned if that structure of that apartment building sets on fire and you're out of a place to live. You're going to lose all your personal property. So that's another thing that we cover for our renters before they become homeowners.
That's awesome. So when we want to purchase a house now, like how do we shop for insurance to make sure that we are covered and out everything that we might actually be needing? Because a lot of us, we are angry of insurance company because we feel we pay, but then when something happen, the insurance doesn't cover it, and then like we pay all this money and now it's not covered, I still have to pay it out of pocket. How do we make sure actually what we have is insured, and how do we know actually this is insured, this is not?
Right. So when you are shopping for your homeowner's insurance, one of the first questions that the insurance company will ask you is, when are you closing on the property? So we know when to make it effective. Then the accuracy would be that that insurance representative will be asking you questions about the structure. What year was the house built? What is the construction? Brick, frame, both, cedar siding? What is it? We ask questions about the interior, carpet, ceramic, laminate, fireplace. Do you have a sunroom attached to the home? Do you have a deck built on the home? Newest thing, the feature is solar panels. Do you have solar panels? We need to know that information because the solar company would want you to make sure those are insured if you purchase solar panels. Those are part of the property itself. So those are the questions we will ask, and then we do something called a home estimate worksheet with you, and we put that in our computer system, and it will calculate how much we need to insure your property for. So say, for example, you're purchasing a home for $350,000, but after you told me all of the features inside the home, our worksheet may indicate we need to insure it for $400,000. And that would be adequate for the mortgage company as well. The mortgage company wants to make sure that you're insuring it for the amount of the loan, if not more. And the reason being is they want to make sure that if there is a fire or a tornado and it's a total loss on the property, that we're going to get that home rebuilt to the value of that property and what your loan is for.
That's interesting. So a lot of us are afraid to even talk to insurance because we don't want our bill to go up. So, but you're saying that we always have to be in consistent communication with our insurance agency. So how often actually do you recommend the homeowner to communicate with you to make sure like everything is insured and they have a good policy?
Well, just like anything we do once a year, it's funny that in the new year, we all want to be healthy and lose weight, and we go on a program or join a gym. We do our taxes this time of year. Well, no one thinks to contact their insurance representative to talk about their insurance policy. If you purchased that new home and you didn't finish the basement, but now it's been a year and now you finished that basement, I need to make sure I'm aware of that because that needs to be included in the square footage of the home that we're insuring. Because at the time you bought the house, we don't have any coverage for the basement because it was unfinished. But now that it's finished, definitely we want to know that. We also want to know if you've replaced your roof. We want to know if you have added any additions to your home. This is important because the square footage needs to be reassessed on the homeowner's policy to make sure that we're covering those areas.
That's really interesting. So put it in your calendar, guys. Every year, contact your insurance agent. So what do you actually come to the house, or you just take picture, or no, just you need the information? So how does that work?
Well, we don't necessarily need any photos. The only time I ever ask for photos is if there has been a claim and I can upload those photos for the customer. But when we're doing a homeowner's quote, we are asking the customer for that basic information that we just talked about. And then from there, occasionally, we will have a surveyor that will come out to the property and take photos of the exterior, and a drone will take a photo of the roof. Why do insurance companies do this? Is to make sure that the property that you're insuring with us is adequately covered properly, in a sense that you're maintaining that property, that the roof isn't, wear and tear. You might need a new roof sooner than you think. A lot of times when you're purchasing a home, it's really important to have an inspector come and look at it before you decide to buy. Why? Because then you'll know how old that roof is. You will know if there's anything that needs to be repaired on that property before you purchase it.
That's really interesting. And when you do that, like, do you actually make an appointment with the person, or is it something that you just do? You just do like without informing the person from outside?
Well, basically what we do is when you purchase a homeowner's policy from us, we will let you know, because when we're submitting the application, the system will tell us if a subcontractor is coming out to take photos of your property. You don't have to be home when they come, but as a courtesy, they will ring your doorbell to let you know that they're there representing the insurance company and that they're there to take photos. Very similar to if you ever refinance your home, sometimes they have to come and evaluate your property to make sure it's worth the amount that the loan is going to be obtained for. So they will just ring your doorbell. If you're not home, they just take exterior photos. You do not need to be home for the process.
Awesome. So do you work with people just in Illinois? Like who do you work with?
Sure. I am currently licensed only in the state of Illinois, but there are other agents that are licensed in surrounding states such as Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, etc. I just personally am only insured in the state of Illinois, but I know a lot of different agents that are insured in other states that they can provide that insurance. But my license is just for the state of Illinois.
Awesome. So how can people get in touch with you?
Great. Well, there's a couple of ways. You can email me at Annie at the Kinsley, Kinsley team.com. You could call our office at 630-820-5400. We're here Monday through Fridays from 9 till 5. Saturdays, we're open 9 a.m. to noon.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you for the valuable information you provided to us today. All right, guys. Thank you. So this is it. So we try to provide the information that you need to be aware of to make sure you are educated enough when you go to purchase your house, when you go to insure the house. So do your due diligence, and you can contact me if you would like to be here on the show, or if you have any questions for any of the guests, so we can bring them back in at hello@echoesofimpact.net. That's hello@echoesofimpact.net. That was your host, Noura Almasri. Until next time, keep making an impact.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.